welcome back. Leos, we are doing what the heck is going on with you? Okay, let's see. I've done everything except for my protection oil, which is my Protego Maxima oil. So let's do that. I've saged, I've meditated, I've done my funky chicken dance. Yeah, we're good. We feel good today. Alright. Leo. Divine Masculine. Leo. Okay. You might have Cancer in your chart because this is giving almost, well, hold on, let me just pull out another card. I'm doing 2 of these and then we're going to go into my other deck. I said deck. Guys, believe it or not, my hair, I took a shower last night and I usually wait till my hair is fully dry to straighten it because if not, it damages it. My hair is actually not even fully dry. Like the back is still wet from last night. That's usually how it goes. So that's why I've got this like Gloria Rayner hair. If you know, you know. If you've been on this channel, you guys know the procedure. I wash my hair, I wait till it dries, and then I straighten it. Tenderness. Divine Masculine and tenderness. Okay. Passion. Leo, what the hell is going on? Whew. Alright, passion. Let me read the passion. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies a hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. Beautiful. You guys got 22. Which is a master number. I don't know if you guys are life path 22. That breaks down to a 4 unless you are a life path, which it doesn't break down, it just stays at 22. And then you got 40, which is 4. So I don't know if you guys can see it. 4. And then 34, which would be 7, but still 4, and then the card on the bottom is in reverse. Okay. I'm getting 2 messages, so I'll read it both ways. I am getting for the collective of Leo, I feel like you guys are tapping into your divine masculine. I do feel like you guys are opening up, or let me remind you, I don't do gender, it is an energy. So even if you are a woman, we have both masculine and feminine energy. In fact, I have more masculine energy than feminine energy. And when you're, so let me give you a breakdown. The masculine hustles, the feminine heals, and the inner child plays, right? That's the way it works, basically. I can go deeper into it, but it's a lot, right? But we all have a whole within us. We're all fully whole. We don't need an outside energy to make us whole. We are one full, like when people say, oh, people have their roles. Yeah, they have their roles, but not as a, we're not going to get into that in here. Anyway, so I feel like you guys are working on your divine masculine. And let me read what it says. It says, the frequency of divine excuse me, I have the hiccups. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Yeah. So whenever you're hustling, whenever you're working, whenever you're creating well, no, not really creating ideas, because that can actually be a feminine trait. because birthing, right, new ideas can be is a feminine trait, because you're birthing new ideas. But what, like right now, what I'm doing right now, like with reading tarot, and I'm with, I have a metaphysical business where I do healing oils, candle, all of that stuff. I do that in a masculine energy. When I'm healing myself or other people, when I'm doing Reiki and all of that stuff, that's usually more in a feminine energy. And then when I go out and have fun, that's like my inner child having fun, right? I'm allowing my inner child to come out. There's also this need for tenderness, and it says the energy of tenderness activates our capacity to open our hearts and approach the world and each other with gentleness and care. I am getting this both ways, okay? I'm getting this as in you guys are working on in your divine masculine energy, and you guys are being very tender, not only with yourselves, but like if you have children, with your pets, you're being very tender with yourself, as within so without, right? Everything that you're doing, you have a gentle hand. But I am also getting that there is a divine masculine that is coming in and is going to be tender, right? They're going to show a softer side of themselves. Something that they're going to show a side of themselves that they don't usually show, because it's a fear thing, right? All right, let's go a little bit deeper. Whoa, that came out real quick. Balance. Yeah. Yes. See, you guys are bringing a balance to your life. You guys, I feel like you guys have been in a feminine energy where you guys have been healing for a very long time. Or it could be vice versa, where you guys have been in your masculine energy, where you guys have been working. Like, whenever people deal with heartbreak very differently, right? Some people like to get their hair cut, get bangs. Some people dive deep into healing. Some people dive deep into work. They work so that they don't have to focus on heartbreak or deal with the things that are going on, that kind of thing, right? And I feel like there's been an imbalance in your life, whatever it may be, whether it's the divine feminine energy or the divine masculine energy. There's been an imbalance, and right now you guys are coming into balance. And I am seeing here where her eyes are covered and cloudy. It's 19, which comes to 2, which 2s for me are harmony and balance. Sorry, I just got really sleepy. I don't know if this is your energy or mine. It's coming into balance. You guys are gonna have a balance of. It's that phrase. It really does come down to that like basic ass phrase, which is like work hard, play hard, right? But don't forget that work hard, play hard is also heal hard, right? Like that feminine energy of that motherly love. Like when you're sick, listen, when you're sick, or when you're feeling like, let's say you're feeling alone, you're feeling any kind of emotion, and you feel like you need someone else, or you need somebody to take care of you. Who's going to take care of you when you have nobody available? You can do that. And people think, no, I need somebody else to do that for me. No, you don't. No, you don't. You can do that on your own. Trust me, I know. I've been in the ER alone. I've had to learn how to self-soothe. And that is literally what you're supposed to learn, how to self-soothe. It's about learning how to love yourself when at the time you have nobody else. Because most of the time you're meant to be able to do, and I'm not saying you're meant to be alone, because honestly, even in some people's charts, like, I know for a fact that in my chart it says that I'm meant, like, I have so. Anyway, we're not gonna go into my chart, but long story short, I'm not meant to be alone. But honestly, at this point in my life where I'm at, like, I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm comfortable because there's nobody around me that can offer me what I can offer myself, right? And if somebody's not going to bring something in either equal or higher to what I can give myself, then you bring nothing to the table. Nothing. You offer nothing. If you're bringing crumbs, I bring a whole fucking cake. I bring a whole fucking buffet. Like, your crumbs are not needed here. Right? We're not starving, as you can see. So, that's my point. You're meant to be able to self-soothe. Okay? And there needs to be a balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Some of you guys have been working too much. There needs to be a balance between, you know, playing, healing, and working. Okay. We're going to get, I heard 4. Oh, my kitty. Yeah, the path. You guys are finally starting to wake up. There is a path, a different path that's leading you from the void where it felt like there was no growth. It was almost like a pause in life and nothing was growing. Like nothing was growing. There's no growth here. There's no soil. In this card, all you see is like rock formations. There's no grass. And then there's a ladder climbing into this portal that leads to greener pastures, right? Greener pastures where there's grass, there's growth. It's different. You're moving into a different dimension, or let's say a different timeline where there's gonna be growth. The grass is greener, and I always say, for me, the grass is greener where I go, because I'm the fertilizer. I'm the shit. So it's almost like you're climbing up towards this portal where there's grass, where you can grow, where you can plant, where you can build, where you can see different dreams come. You're just climbing into a different portal. It's giving, you know what it's giving? I don't know if you guys have seen Sonic, the movie, but I have, because my daughter's, how does she call it? Hyper fixated. And so I've seen the movie a bunch of times. But anyway, if you haven't seen it, basically, Dr. I don't know why I was going to say Dr. Kevorkian, because that's not him. Oh my gosh, how can I not remember his name? Dr. Eggman? I can't remember his name. Anyway, he gets trapped in another world where it's like nothing. It's like just mushrooms or some shit. And then he's trying to get back to Earth, right? So that's what it's kind of giving. It's kind of giving like you're trying to get back to where there's abundance. And you're moving there. But it's because you're coming into a balance with your divine masculine. Or you're coming into contact with the divine masculine that is going to take you to a different portal. Take it how it resonates. Patience. Oh my God. And look, here's another portal. And I don't know why this card is giving me like It. Like the movie It. And if you remember, you go through like this. It was, I don't know why that, I don't know why that it's giving me that movie, but it's giving me like, you know how it was actually an alien and it would come and would eat children, which is horrible. I don't know why it's giving that, But remember that it would come, and it wasn't from here. It wasn't from here. He wasn't from here. Earth is what I'm saying. And then this woman has a red balloon. I don't know why this, and it's a 9. It's almost like nightmares, right? Like if you think of 9, it's almost like a place. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I really am getting like some weird ass shit from this card. It's almost like a place of nightmares. You've been like in a horror movie. It's been rough. It's been rough. It's been rough. And all you see here is clouds and like some weird, I'm seeing some weird stuff in this card. But you're walking out of here. Like you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're walking out of this place. Leos, what the fuck am I reading for you guys? It feels like you've been in a really rough situation. Like life has been very difficult. And with the tenderness card, it feels like you're coming into a place where it's going to be soft, tender, and just different. It's going to be different for you. It's going to be kinder. It's going to be softer. I really am getting like you were in a place of nightmares. It just felt like you were in a nightmare. Like everything was just like wrong. It even felt wrong, right? I really am getting like this movie. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, and I even just heard like a loss of innocence, a loss of a loss of innocence. Things that you've been going through, it's almost like you've lost a little bit of that. And that's why you've had to move into your masculine, right? So a lot of people, when they're in relationships, especially women, they have to, I'll tell you right now, specifically, I have never been able to be feminine in my relationships. I've always been the dude, or in my masculine energy. Only because there's never been a guy that I've been with that I've been allowed to be feminine with, right? I've always had to be the masculine because I wasn't given the room to be feminine. And that's kind of what it feels like. That's kind of what I'm getting. But it does feel like you're coming from a place of almost like nightmares. And you're coming out of that. Yeah, with hunger. Look at that. Look. See what I mean? Hunger. It almost feels like you're coming out but hungry for like acceptance. See, there's another 4. That's 11, excuse me. And that's on the right path. You're hungry, but you're going to be hungry for like all the good things. Hungry for passion, hungry for life, hungry for, you're going to be on the right path, exactly where you're meant to be, and you're going to be hungry for knowledge, for all the good things, right? Whenever this is one of the sayings I tell to my clients, you know, never go to the grocery store hungry. And I mean that in a way of like life. Never look for a relationship when you're lonely. Never look for a relationship because you don't want to be alone, or because you're sad, or because you're depressed. All you're doing is grabbing a scratching post that is probably like has cacti spine. I don't know, what is it called? I know it in Spanish, espinas. Why can't I think of it in English? Pricks? I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, never go to the grocery store when you're hungry, when you're heartbroken, because all you're going to do is get junk food, which is bad for you, right? Right. But you're going to be hungry for like the good things. You're going to be hungry for like the healthy things, for like vegetables. So basically, you're going to be hungry for knowledge. You're going to be hungry for life. You're going to be like starving to get more of the good stuff, right? It's almost like somebody that becomes addicted to exercise, you know, or becomes addicted to learning a specific subject, or learning how to, when somebody becomes addicted to something in knowledge is what I'm getting, okay, with acceptance at the bottom. Okay, let's continue to clarify. This is in reverse. Okay, I don't know why I'm yawning. Let's clarify. Balance. Ooh, whoa. And you got the Three of Swords. Yeah, balance coming out of heartbreak. Balance from heartbreak. And that's what I mean. Like when I said I was in relationships where I couldn't be myself. You know, you're in relationships where you can't be yourself. You can't let go of your guard. You can't show who you really are, because when relationships don't give you that space, you're always not someone who you are. You don't feel safe to be exactly who you are because you don't feel safe with those people. You always have to put on a persona. And you always have to be specific in a, I feel like it's in the divine masculine, to be honest, but in a like almost a toxic divine masculine, because you feel like you have to take on the role of two people. And you have to take on a role of like almost like a toxic masculinity, right? Especially like in the olden days, like, okay, make the bacon, go, you know what and it's not like you want to be in that energy. It's just that you have to be in that energy, right? Like I have been where I had to like work because the person I was with was not working. I had a kid, they wouldn't cook dinner, they wouldn't clean. I don't cook, I don't clean. And no. And so, and then it's like, oh, you're so rough and you're so, yeah, because you have to be, you're not allowed to express your softness. And I just saw 2. You're not allowed to be in your softness because I don't have the space. I don't feel secure. I don't feel safe with you. So yeah, you're coming into balance because you've been in heartbreak. Oh, so there's a hair. Of course it's my hair. Yeah. Don't worry about my hair. Leave my hair alone. Alright, let's clarify the path. Let's clarify the path. I don't know why I heard skip the path, and then when I said that and I looked at the it card, anyway, it doesn't matter. We got the 10 of Cups. This is the path. The 10 of Cups. Finding happiness, finding sovereignty. I'm telling you, I feel like a divine masculine is coming into your life, and it's going to find, you know, a fulfilling relationship that doesn't, you don't need a fulfilling relationship, right? You want one. And it's not because out of lack or out of codependency or anything, but finding fulfillment. And that could be even by yourself. Yeah, with the Santa Muerte. This is the Empress. Patience. Finding your Empress. Empress. Not Empress. Empress. Yeah. Like. Yeah. Finding your Empress. It feels like you've been looking and you've been in a nightmare of relationships. It's just been like a shit show. and you feel like you were never gonna find that person. And this is like it fell on the it card, which is like the card that I was describing as almost like a nightmare. Finding that person that you feel like you've been looking for your whole life, and it never turned out that way. With the 10 of Cups, like, this is gonna be something great. This is gonna be something amazing. And even if this isn't somebody new that's coming in, this is finding happiness and sovereignty in your own life. But with the 10 of Cups, that usually means happy family, right? Let's clarify hunger. And the Empress, I mean the Divine Masculine and the Empress, you know, and she's pregnant, so you could even have a child with this person. She also kind of looks like the Virgin of Guadalupe. So I don't know if you guys are religious. Let's clarify hunger. The Moon. What's, oh my god, you want to see something funny? Okay, the Moon and hunger. Look at hunger is the top one. It's basically a card of the moon, and the bottom card is the moon. Do you see that? Hunger, the moon. It's like one and the same. And I just heard talking to the moon. This is basically seeing your basically, it's almost like you're looking inward and you're seeing the shadows, your shadows. This person is going to allow you to see your shadows, and you're going to be able to see it without judgment. You're going to be able to see yourself clearly. But there's also a lot of things that are, I feel like you guys have a lot of things hidden, a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings that you guys have never allowed yourselves to speak out loud to other people because you've never felt that security in that space. And a lot of those secrets, I feel like you guys have a lot of secretive stuff, but it's not because you're trying to keep secrets. I feel like it's because you feel like you've never have felt that security, right? I just heard there are also secrets though that are coming out. There are also secrets that are coming out. Let me see what's at the bottom. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's truth coming out. There are truths that are coming out with the Two of Pentacles. You have a choice. You have a choice between what kind of life you want to have. And I feel like you're going to make the choice to come out and tell the truth with passion, right? You're going to have passion for life. You're going to have passion for, you're going to have passion for yourself, which I feel like is something you've never had because you've never been given this space. You've been trained to think a certain way, to sacrifice yourself, and that's not the case. You never sacrifice yourself. You never sacrifice the main character. You are the main character in your life. Why would you sacrifice the main character of your life? Not your wife, not your significant other, not even your children. They're not the main characters. You are. You are the main character. You are not a mother or father first. You are not a husband or wife first. You are a human first. And it's always put the mask on yourself first, right, Leos? Alright, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.